Hello, happy Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Wolby's just gonna peep his head out here for a minute. I know that the Super Bowl is on, and I'm really not into it, and I'm not feeling it this time around. There's not too many Patriots inside those statists this year, so I'm kind of chilling out because I love football. I played right tackle, main line of defense when I was younger. So those of you that like throwing a football around for a sport, I'm with you. But as you see clearly behind me, I'm a Michigan fan. I love uh, college football. So what we've been seeing in the community, and of course it's titled, "Why Do People Stop the Conversation When Americans Can See the Tyranny Inside the Public Servant's Actions?" Okay. I don't know what it is about people that have that perceived authority that exploits that authority over you when you sometimes are not wrong at all, or you don't have nothing to do with what they're really doing, right? And I got a couple of videos lined up, and it's nothing. This is nothing big. This is just a conversation we're having here, okay? Because I say to the people that hate the police, look, man, there's a right way of doing things and there's a wrong way of doing things. And we have to get these people off the force that are not obeying their oath. And that is why I'm assuming that most people hate the police. That's why when I put up positive interactions with these police officers, I don't get a lot of views on them because there are a lot of people that hate the police. So I say to you, you need to come to the middle. This message is for you too. And the what you would call the bootlicker, which the people that are so-called law-abiding and for law and order, they need to come to the middle because they can clearly see that the law is not made up by people that are not legislators. Police officers are the enforcers of the legislators' law, and so are the judges and city councilmen. They're not legislators either. They can only narrow a law. Okay, we already went through that conversation in my last live. So before I go on, I just want to say hi to everybody. Scrubzilla, it's good to see you up in here. Appreciate it. He says, "Miss you, Woo, bro. I love. Sorry, I haven't been on my much dealing with my own issue. Hey, man, whatever those issues are, brother. And I think you talked to me about a few of them. You got my prayer. Please pray for me the same way because I got some more bad news as well. So, but I'm taking it in stride and I'm having faith. Okay, and I've committed myself to a certain behavior that is going to kind of pull me away from negative and keep me in the positive role. That's why I'm having this conversation. Okay, Gloria AD, it's awesome to have you here. Press, what's going on, brother? Press with Rancor, how you doing? Uh, MCC, what's up, baby? Good to have you up in here. I am happy. What's up, man? Hey, Castle, good to see you up in here. Bud, Bartlett, brainwashed. That's a he's automatically coming to the. Both sides are accusing each other of that, by the way. Stevie, all right, cool. Let's see, Jonathan, you awesome person. I'm driving. Let me see. I'm driving home. Okay, gotcha. So be careful. You don't have to worry about anything. We're just having a conversation here. Drive safe, of course. He's gonna say that because we're all supposed to drive safe for sure. Shannon, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see everybody up in here. I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. Sure. Jonathan says, answer the question because no, nothing they can say could justify those actions. Never. And that is just the honest to God's truth, guys. It is. I think that if we start paying attention to what we believe and actually run it concurrent with what we're we're displaying, sometimes you'll see two different things. A lot of times I say things that I don't mean and people take me literally. And then I got to go back and like say, oops, I was angry, I was upset. But here's the good thing about me saying it. I'm not in any way held to my account to anything to anybody because I didn't take an oath to uphold the law. I'm going to be honest when I make mistakes, especially when I look at them in hindsight and see them. Okay. The problem is our elected officials and our people that are taking oaths to the Constitution and the laws of the state and the supreme law of the land, the supreme law of the state, and their code of conduct is all three in a row. They have to follow, and when they don't follow those things tend to break down. So I just want to play this video real quick because I think it's important. And let me know right away, guys, um, if you don't have any audio. I need to know right now if you guys don't have any audio, if you don't hear any audio. So give me a one if you guys can hear this. I'm going to play it right now. Okay, so you don't got no audio? All right. I had a feeling that is because I don't know. StreamYards did something here. So what I'm going to do is I'll present these one at a time. I'll go back here and we'll go to this. And this is Memphis, by the way, again. Here. So I got this tab audio. So we'll play it this way. All right. And we'll start all over. And it's no big deal. It's remember, this is about the conversation, ladies and gentlemen. All right. This is about the conversation about when Americans can see tyranny in the public service actions. Okay. And it says, why do people stop the conversation when Americans can see the tyranny in the public service actions? So in this action right here, we're not talking about the use of force that they actually did on this guy because he was resisting. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about their relations with the public. People have opinions, and you can't be punished for your opinion. Okay, and you shouldn't be ostracized or demoralized by a man that has an oath that he's supposed to uphold your right, and you are on private property. This guy gets arrested in private property, and he's telling him to take it easy, and he don't need his opinion is what it is, and the cop comes after him. And I want you guys to pay attention to this because this is the conversation. It's not the conversation about the use of force right here. Conversation is when we can clearly see the public servant trying to justify something that don't need to be justified and is hostile towards other people in the community because the disdain that they have. It's the disdain that we're talking about. It's the mannerisms that you heard me say before I went to the spot over there on Telegraph Road. I'm saying they're mannerisms. You're breaking four laws and trying to tell us that you want us to obey the law, and yet you are doing the same thing because a CI is a CI. So you're pulling somebody over for the very behavior that you refuse to uphold in your actions.
Now, a man wanted for beating up his girlfriend and crashing her car with her inside of it was taken into custody today.
Yeah, this happened inside a Westwood wing shop. The entire incident was caught on camera by the owner of the shop. Take a listen.
Get the out of my store, man. Hey, man, get out of my store, please.
Now, you see that? That cop come up and pushed him and shoved his camera and was yelling at him and was disrespecting him, all right? And Should a police officer be acting that way? Let's watch that again. Let's watch that again. And listen to what they're saying here.
Right now, a man wanted for beating up his girlfriend and crashing her car with her inside of it was taken into custody today.
Yeah, this happened inside a Westwood wing shop. The entire incident was caught on camera by the owner of the shop. Take a listen.
Get the out of my store, man. Hey, man, look, get out of my store, please.
So he's telling him to get out of his store, please.
Please leave my store.
Tonight, it's this video that has people talking about relationships between the community and police.
Yeah, Fox 13's Lakia Scott joins us live outside the Tillman police station. She spoke with one retired officer. Lakia, I tell you, this is quite the set of videos. You showed the officer this video. What did he have to say?
Yes, you know what? The question is, was there too much force or was there not? There are many perspectives on this video that's circulating here tonight. Now, the officer that I spoke with, he's a former law enforcement officer. He said that someone should have stepped in to stop what he saw in that video.
In this case, from what I've seen on the video, there was some excessive force that should not have been used. Let me rephrase it. There was some force that should not have been used.
Benny Cobb, a veteran of the force.
So they're already talking about force that was being used in that situation where they were lawfully arresting somebody. Okay, the guy beat his girlfriend and he did some damage to her car and did some property damage somewhere else. And he had an active warrant. They did their job. The question here is when they have this conversation, it's with the community. It's about community policing. It's about, this is a store owner, okay? He owns the wing shop. And he's saying, please get out of here. Stop doing this. I don't want this crap here. Why did you wait till I mean, basically he's like, why didn't you do that outside or something? Take that stuff, take all this crap elsewhere because I'm not down with this crap, right?
Force, who retired after 33 years in law enforcement, now trains cops on proper procedures when encountering citizens. He says the interaction seen in this video was.
You guys see that man's down, right? They got two cops down, right? And of course, he's clearly resisting because there's the cups. You see the cups right there, okay? Yeah. But he's not trying to, like, be violent with them. He's just not wanting to go to jail, like, a lot of other people we see.
Is not handled properly by officers.
We have to be reminded of recent trends, the situation with George Floyd, back 30 years ago, Rodney King. This type of incident is exactly why body cams are important. There should not take 6 officers. It should not have taken 6 officers on this particular video.
The video that's garnered continued social media attention shows officers attempting to take into custody a man who was wanted on a warrant.
Do you see how this guy's right fist is bald, by the way? Okay, and I'm really not clearly even talking about how they're doing it, okay? Because I'm talking about the conversation is about to stop. Why do people stop the conversation when Americans can see the tyranny in the public servant's actions?
As the video continues, you see the man appear to resist arrest and the officers trying to detain him, even going as far as what appears to be a punch to the face and even a knee to the rib cage.
In this particular video, the officers were not absolutely 100% justified. They could have used some other methods, one of those other tools. And with this being said, and from the citizens' perspective, they should have to answer to what the video shows.
We learned there was a warrant out for Ariane Walker's arrest. He was wanted on domestic charges of aggravated assault. Police say he beat up his girlfriend, then damaged her car. The cop says a warrant does not justify actions seen in this video clip.
Warrant, no warrant. An officer has a wide.
So let's talk about that for a second. All right. And this is a specialist that trains police officers. Okay. And he knows what he's talking about. And he's pointing out their tyranny. Okay. And for some reason they like to stay away from that word because it's very, they know the next words are arbitrary and unacceptable. right? Instead of saying that and using what we know to be Title 18 and getting the feds to come in and actually do their job, right? And charge them both locally, and the feds charge them uh, with 242 deprivation of rights under the color of law, because it's there. Right? That is where this qualified immunity, if they would just take the penal code of 18 and charge them with it. We will forget an 83 right now. You can get an 83 on the end of that. Just charge them with it and convict them of it. That's all you got to do. And this qualified immunity will not hold.
Range of discretion. And as a matter of fact, there was a federal law passed after the George Floyd incident that if a officer or other officers see an officer committing excessive force, they should intervene. Somebody in that group of officers should have intervened and said, that's enough.
Cop says the video clearly shows resistance from the suspect and says he's not denying Walker pushed back to avoid arrest, but says officers have an obligation to the people.
It's clearly that he resisted. It's clear. And so
he's not denying it. You can hear him right now. He clearly resisted, but listen to his next sentence.
And that's a natural tendency. I'm not excusing what the suspect or the subject did. As police officers, as law enforcement, as public citizens, as public trust of the citizens, we have to do better. We have to be better.
We also reached out to a former Shelby County detective who now trains officers. Mike Collins told Fox 13 that the officers probably are allowed to do what was seen in that video. We also reached out to MPD, who said, quote, they are looking into that incident. They are aware of that video. And again, they're looking into what happened. Merle.
It's so interesting. On Fox 13 News at 9, the people to whom you spoke were split 50-50 on their opinion on what.
You guys hear that? In that community, we're talking about a community here. We're talking about people having a conversation about the mannerisms of these police officers when it comes to private property, not having a warrant. Just because a person has a warrant for their arrest doesn't give them the right just to come into your business and take them down inside the business. This guy was not a murderer. He might have been violent, but if they got 6 officers there, why didn't they wait for backup? You know, because obviously before the other officers got there, they didn't wait for backup. And this guy was in there getting some hot wings. He didn't even order yet, right? So let's just think about that.
What should have happened. And now on Fox 13 News at 10, law enforcement officers are split.
You hear that? Now we got law enforcement officers that are split as well. It's because they were having the conversation.
In their opinion on what should have happened. Very interesting story. Thank you, Lakia.
Now, a man wanted for beating up his girlfriend.
What happened to that conversation, ladies and gentlemen? What happened to it? Why did they stop the conversation? Why is it that it just disappears just because the suspect was wrong? So what? He was wrong. Convict him, try him and convict him and give him his sentence. Okay? Put him in front of a jury of his peers and be done with it, right? So when the community is saying, look, we got too many problems with this type of behavior, and you wonder why I act the way I did, when I'll give you a perfect example. So while I'm out there trying to make the difference, I am trying to see things. I am a journalist, a constitutional journalist that's trying to watch and keep my eyes on law enforcement and give them a thumbs up when they're right and give them a thumbs down and ostracize them when they're wrong and say, no, and redress them and tell them and protest them. No, you can't act this way. This is our building. These are our this is everything that belongs to the state belongs to the people. And the people, I'm one of the people. So, I'm supposed to be secure. My rights are supposed to be secure because I was born with these rights, ladies and gentlemen, and so were you. So why in this next video that I'm about to show you, why is it that these people are clearly seen violating my rights, right? Right. So let's just show you the redress when I got this accomplished. I'm going to show you what I got accomplished here, okay? And then we'll go on from there so you guys can understand exactly what I'm really talking about, because it is a fact that these things occur, and then we say, okay, time goes by, time expires, you put paperwork on them, and this is done. So let's bring this up. All right. I know that you guys have seen this, but it's a perfect example of what I'm doing and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because of that behavior with the community, I seen that blue line flag. So I was there to redress that flag once again, because that was my third time there. And it is a display. It's a major no-no. And I'm going to show you how.
What up, Johnson? Copy that. Hit be sent it. Hey man, I got nothing against Debbie. He's doing his, I'm doing mine, man. It's all good. If that's how they do it. But this is right here. This is how this, I can appreciate the people, get on panels every day, and then go out and do an audit every now and then. I've been doing that lately myself.
So, you got the do not enter sign. Them are traffic signs. It has nothing to do with people that are pedestrians, like this young man and I are in here. So it says police parking only under there. So we're not parking. So we walk back where we're allowed to be, because it doesn't say anything else. It doesn't give us any specific directives that tells us not to. And you can't be arbitrary with the rules. That is what we're talking about. Quit being arbitrary. Quit making up your own rules as we go. And that is what we've been pointing out the whole time. And that's why I talk to them. Now, again, I don't like cussing police officers out. And when it comes to this, I'm going to try to mute this as much as possible, because I really don't want to show that narrative no more. As a matter of fact, I might go into this and change it, because I did put paperwork on it. And as you see, I'm going to show you the change. All right.
All is well. Appreciate it, Troy. Appreciate it.
Police vehicles only, so
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
We're not a vehicle. Yeah, buddy. So, we got some people here today. We got some employees here today. Phillips. That's Mr. Phillips here. His body cam's in here, too. Go figure. It's not on him. He must not be dealing with it today. Huh. Just get it all in here. Yeah. At least they keep their shit clean. I'll say it that.
One thing about the safety vehicles, they don't use unmarked vehicles from what I
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, they use them. Trust me, they're all over the damn place. Oh, hey, heads up.
Yeah. So when I said heads up, I knew that there was police officers watching us, which they should be, because that is their job. Okay. Well, I understand why you would say it's seriously time to stop being nice. As you know, I have done my best on both sides, and I'm still trying to caution people, because these people are human beings that's been brainwashed to believe that this is okay when the community knows it's not.
Yeah. On the computer. They're on the computer. This one's a little dirty today. Look.
Yeah,
They've actually been out working today. You can tell. Look how dirty. Look, the rest of them are clean. This one's clean. This one ain't clean. Here we go. Contact you. That's not what it said. That's not what it said.
So right there, these 4 officers, okay, and their sergeants back here somewhere. These 4 sergeants come out and tell me and give me unlawful orders. All right. They're trying to intimidate me to believe something that is arbitrary to the law. And I have been so sick and tired of seriously taking this kind of crap from them. So I didn't continue to articulate as I went by. I just started to tell them and make them memorialize their stupid behavior. Okay. And I'm breaking this down for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I think they are out of control. Yes, you are right. They are definitely out of control. Okay. And it's good. Thank God you agree with me, because we remember, man, we're out here trying to change the hearts and minds of people. All right. And we can't do this without cooperation from both sides. You got to have some type of, you got to meet in the middle somewhere. And I say, put the Constitution in the middle. I don't care where you stand politically. I don't care where you stand socially. I don't care what your belief system is inside this country we have. Okay. I'm just telling you that these people have codes of conduct. They have uh, 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 an oath that they have given to obey that code of conduct and the supreme law of the land that runs concurrent with the Michigan legislator that they swore an oath to. So, you know, remember, they're not legislators. They're just enforcers.
Quit. Don't make stuff up, man.
He said, "Don't touch the vehicles." Well, why? I can touch the vehicles all I want. I ain't hurting them. I can go up and touch a car that my taxpayers' money's paid for. I'm not there for any malicious or any ill will, any ill intent, and they know it. They know why I'm there. That's why they are coming out in this. They're showing this. This is called a sign of force. All right. This is a show of force to intimidate you. All right. That's why they came out the way they did. They thought they were going to scare me.
So why
Because I've been there 3 times.
you don't come out here and lie to me like that, man? You know the public's watching you right now. You don't come out here and lie to me. Don't come out.
So the sergeant was planned. He knew that the head tyrant knew that he is their sergeant, not mine. Okay, and he's their boss. So he wanted to tell. He told me something different than the first tyrant told me. First tyrant said that I couldn't be back here at all. Then this sergeant, if you pay attention to him, says you can't be on the sidewalk. You can be out there, but you can't be on the sidewalk. Watch this. Watch them as they get debunked.
Out here, give me unlawful directives. That's an unlawful directive.
See this?
I don't give a damn what it is.
You see this?
That don't mean nothing
So he's pointing at the sidewalk.
to me.
That is okay.
That don't mean nothing
This
to
is
me.
not okay.
Yeah,
See?
there's no sign that says I can't. None. Where's the sign at?
So I walked circles around.
Right there.
Yeah.
No, that's not. That's
See, I'm zoomed in. I'm sorry, guys.
no.
Sign, yes.
Am I a vehicle? Oh, you just learned something today, didn't you? Isn't that nice?
Look at them. They're all buttered. And look, this guy right here that you see right here, the edge, and she's smiling too because she knows better. This guy right here is one of the main tyrants in this whole conversation. That the reason why I push back is because they are out of their code of conduct, okay? And they're butthurt because they know eventually I'm going to get that blue line flag taken down because it had a one ass to save on the stars, in the stars where the stars go, where the 50 stars are, okay? Let alone the stripes, the blue line that was going through it. It was a defaced flag. And that is why I was there. That was the 3rd time.
Look at this, guys. They just made fools out of themselves. This is made fools.
So I'm not lying or deceiving or manipulating here. I'm not frauding on any level. I don't do that. See, a lot of people really don't know me because I'm misunderstood, because I automatically go to your violent behavior. That very disdainful, hateful, and almost, ableist type of slash racist behavior that, these xenophobes that use these, there's got to be a definition for these type of things, a word for these definitions, because you understand that is the behavior that they're exhibiting. Now, I'm not into identity politics, and I'm not trying to put this on everybody that is a cop. I'm trying to say that you see it more out of white cops because there's more of them down here, okay? And as you see it in all colors. You see it. I went to Detroit, and you see the same thing. So, but in this particular situation, they don't like the idea. Detroit don't have the blue line on their cars or in their windows, okay? They have it maybe here and there on their, like, the lunch pails or in their car somewhere attached to their clothing, okay? But it's hidden. They keep it down because they know they can't get away with that. Same thing with a lot of towns. And that is why I confronted the Michigan State Police on this issue.
Out themselves. This is my property.
How many views you get out?
It doesn't matter. It don't even matter.
It doesn't?
You see, my significance, I've always stayed there. It doesn't matter. My viewership, I don't care about it one way or another. I mean, it does to me right now because I'm looking at myself, I'm suffering, and I'm wondering how many people actually are paying attention to the education, this free education that I'm giving you in civics, a free education on describing who these people are and what their jobs are for us, especially when we're not committing crimes. That's just all there is to it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Gloria Deed says, "Don't let us talk when we are talk. They go hands on and come after us later. It's not right." Exactly. Exactly. So when we're in these type of situations, you know, you don't see no transparency. So I want you guys to look. There's no body cams. Why don't they have body cams on? You understand? They came out there with the intentions on, if I didn't have my camera, what do you think would have happened to me? What do you think these public servants would have done to me? Probably kicked my teeth in and had Taylor come down that breast road right there that's on the side and come and take me away. Okay? So let's watch this. I'm breaking this video down the way it should be broken down to begin with. I've done it on several occasions, and people have attacked and taken advantage of that moment on other channels, and it turned into a crap show. And I'm not doing that no more. So I want to break this down the way it should be broke down, you know, because I am just an individual inserting a right that I have while in the middle of protest and redressing a very, very bad narrative that they're setting. And that is just a terrible, terrible way to say that I am taking this this flag and putting it in the window because I only have my butt to save. That's what that means. One butt to save. That is what we put on our Navy SEALs, ladies and gentlemen. That is what that is. When you see the one ass to save on there, that's what that one asterisk symbol, that means one ass to save. That is what Navy SEALs put on there.
I'm here. Oh, not many.
You see this guy laughing? You see him? You see that? You see these people laughing?
Yeah. How much you want to bet on that?
10, 12?
Please don't wink at me, sir. That's what I said. So, you know, the arrogance and the prior restraint and the show of force, I decided to give them what they gave me. I wasn't being disrespectful on purpose. They've already disrespected me and the guy that was with me, so I gave them what they had coming.
Sir. I'll do whatever I want. Look at that. Look at that. I live in a free world. Arrogant bastard.
You see how they're both laughing. Look at her. She looks like a clown right there. Like, what the hell did this guy just do? They're not used to being talked to like that, especially when they're in error and they're on a live stream.
Yeah.
You're arrogant.
Now, I give them the same attitude they gave me. Maybe next time they won't come out the side of their necks with lies and perpetrating the show of force that won't bust a grape. And I made it very clear that I wasn't going to bust a grape either. Okay. So as we go on,
we'll update our.
Listen to the lie that this perpetrator, that this tyrant right here, this is a tyrant. This guy is acting very tyrannical because he lies and says something that's not true.
Signs and I'll go from there.
Take care of it. Yeah. You got to get permission from us to do it.
The reason why I came out here is because I was told last time you guys were out here, you were trying to get in the cars.
Now you guys, now everybody in my chat knows that I don't do that. I don't break the law. I never break the law while I'm out here recording myself. It's so crazy. It is just ridiculous to think that I'm going to record myself committing crimes while in redressing police officers that have the authority to arrest me when I am.
Never have.
Did they watch the video?
Yeah.
I have better things to do with my time.
See, he said he had better things to do with his time when the gentleman that was with me said, did you watch the video that when they accused him of doing that, did you watch to make sure that he did? And he said, I got better things to do. So now he knows that he was gaslighting. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm breaking this down for the bootlicker, and I'm not trying to call you names. You are sticking up for that behavior because everything that I'm doing is obviously lawful, because I'm pissing off 5 law enforcement officers that have the authority to arrest me if I'm breaking the law. So obviously I did not break the law. Okay? So in this situation, we have to say, why is that guy saying the things he's saying? And it is against his code of conduct. I should have wrote them up. Okay? But my main thing was, my whole thing was, that day I wanted to redress and get or make preventions to take that sign down that was in the front of the administrative part of this building.
Yeah, I bet you do. Come out here and show your arrogance. Hey, wink, wink. I'm winking. I'm winking.
So I gave it back to him as usual.
Hey, you know why I'm here? I'm here to get you guys to take that blue line flag you got down in administrative.
See, I was very clear on why I was there. I didn't cuss them out. I didn't disrespect them. They disrespected me when they came out and lied to me, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't lie, they did. I wasn't being deceiving, they did. So you frauditor watchers, when you see this, the only frauditors there were the people that you stick up for all the time. That is a fact. And you see it happen right before your eyes. And the problem is that you're in denial and you won't have the mature conversation. I have unblocked everybody. You can come up and you can explain yourself, and I will just stick to the truth. And I will tell you your error. I will explain to you that your error is causing you to be blind, and you're going into the denial factor that you claim that some of these frauditors have out here. Now, I'm not going to say that there aren't frauditors out here. I believe that there are. Just like I know there's criminals. Just like I know that these police are necessary to be here. They just need to be solving crimes instead of messing with the working man coming up and down the street. And all these murders that are on the books in the first 48 hours, that's the most important part of a rape, a murder, of any type of a physical act that requires resources for people to follow up on and get information on, instead of harassing the public and trying to get revenue. Look, you're already getting a paycheck from me. You're not going to get respect from me until you earn it. Respect is earned. You have to respect me because you signed and said that you would have integrity, honesty, and you will uphold your posture and your countenance at all times. And you will never presume in the public eye. You will never call or ostracize or put down anybody in the community. And when you're asked verbally, you have to give your name and badge number. This is all in their code of conduct. And yet, what do we see here? What do we see here?
Because that's a desecration U.S. code.
Okay, so we all know that I'm starting to articulate this stuff. So let's go back down to the part where I go back up there where they say I can't be. All right.
I'm free. I'm free. That's why.
She kept on asking me, why are you how many subscribers do you have? So basically, you know that narrative. These people had enough sense not to tell me to get a job, okay? Because they know that would be demeaning to a guy that they already know that is messed up, that it's got electrocuted. And I'm sure most of these police officers remember when I got electrocuted just a few years before this, okay? I was all over the news. So I know I look familiar to them. They're just not admitting it. And that's why they're not going there. and telling me to go get a job. But the narcissist in them is still trying to show a sign of force, trying to intimidate me and put me in a position to where belittle me like I'm nobody because I got 15 subscribers on nothing, right? Right?
I don't like people to tell me stuff and give me unlawful directives. I don't like that shit. It's bullshit.
Okay, so they're going with Sarge. So we go around, and the reason why I took this young man with me that you guys all know is because this young man was a Marine at one time, and he was given his perspective, okay, and what was happening here. So I'm going to take you straight to the, why I was there. For those of you that don't know, you know. For those of you who do know, understand and work with us. And there might be people in here that I can educate to make them understand there was a method to my madness. I mean, that's what the reason why I'm saying method to my madness is that's what they think it is. So I'm using their English. Okay. I know I'm not being mad. I know that there's no madness to my actual rights of the First Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit to get up there because I'm waddling my way through, right? Not making fun of myself either. Yeah, I don't want to give no any ableist or racist up in here any rope to hang me with when it comes to making fun of my disabilities because they're really good at it.
This blue line flag right here is a desecration of our flag, and that's why we're here today. It's a federal law.
Okay, so this I screwed up in this. It's 750, 245, and 246. I sometimes, you know, I hit the wrong key and I was in a hurry and I screwed up and I was a rookie, more of a rookie than I am now. I know a lot more now than I know then, but I want you to see what.
See that?
Now see this right here. It's see that symbol right there, that star, 1, and then the line through it. That is for U.S. military personnel that are on a mission of their own. There's 1 or 2, so they only have 1 butt to save, okay, when they're going and doing their missions. And then they have this blue line through this thing. It's a desecration. It's 750, 245, ladies and gentlemen.
Desecration, y'all.
I feel like it's just one of those laws and books that's not really.
So I'm going to speed this up a little bit, okay? And I don't even want you guys to hear the cussing because that's I just had to give him what he was giving me because he was cop-splaining this young man right here, this ex-Marine right here, okay? He was cop-splaining this man, and these other 3 guys are just sitting here listening to this cop-splain. Do you see the look on this guy's face when I'm pointing that out? Do you see the disdain? They're upset because they're brainwashed. Ladies and gentlemen, these people are brainwashed. So it goes against their cognitive structure. It goes against everything they believe in because their policing and how they were taught has been an error for so long. They don't even know it. And that's why I'm out here. You understand that? That's why I talk to them in the manner that I do. I tried again. They still show their disdain for the public and continue to be unprofessional with me. Now watch. So they ain't saying nothing to that because they already know my issues. Oh, my fault. I didn't bring it back up. So let me go back just a couple hairs here. All right.
Steve starts kicking in and people start messing with me like that. I don't like that.
So basically, what I was telling them is because of what you did and how you approached me, using a show of force, trying to intimidate me, using prior restraint, and giving me unlawful orders, there's something seriously wrong with that. Okay. And you can't act like that. Stop. Stop acting like that and take this education. It's free. Right. So this sergeant is basically, let me break down this conversation he's having with this young man, this Marine right here. He's saying that it's just a symbol, right? And they don't have no ill intent. That is not what the law says at all in the MCL. It doesn't matter what intent you have. Do you honestly think that the law of DUI, do you think that everybody has that intent to break the law and to get caught? Let me see. What was that? It's 245. Let me see. 245. All right. So that is what's unique about the MCL that prohibits the display in the manner that they have it displayed. Okay, so let me bring that up real quick and educate you guys. Okay, and then you guys, if you don't know it, if you do know it, have patience, stick around. This live stream is for people that don't understand and think that I'm attacking them for no reason. Okay, these people are duty bound. They have raised their right hand and swore an oath to the Constitution, and they're MCOL certified police officers by the state of Michigan, that they will obey the supreme law of the land, which is the Constitution of the United States, and the MCL written after that. All right, so let's bring that down real quick. Bring this up so people can see it for themselves, and you'll understand what I'm saying here. I just didn't pull a rabbit out of my hat. All right. So exhibition and display. Excuse me if I'm not pronouncing these words correctly. You can correct them if you want later. All right. So the exhibit of the display, exhibition and display of this flag, any person shall be guilty of a misdemeanor who shall in any manner exhibition or display the place or cause to be placed on word, figure, mark, design, drawing, advertisement of any nature upon any flag, standard, color, ensign, coat of arms, or shield of the United States or the state, or authorized by any law of the United States or this state, or exposed to public view, which is such flag, standard, color, sign, coat of arms, shall or upon which shall have been printed and painted or otherwise produced, or which shall have been attached, apprehended, affixed, or annexed in any such word, figure, mark, picture, design, drawing, or advertisement. Or C, exposed to public for sale or manufacture, or to the give, or to, C, which the public sale, the manufacture, or otherwise the purpose of any substance of being of any merchandise upon which, sorry, God, this thing's acting up on me, forgive me. Merchandise upon to which shall have been produced, right? Which shall have been produced or attached to any such flag, standard, color, sign, coat of arms, in order to advertise, call attention to, or desecrate, mark, distinguish such article or substance. So now we all know that in this exhibit, they are guilty of a misdemeanor. It says so right here because they are displaying that in disrespect. You automatically disrespect that flag, because you're in unlawful duty, you're on duty, and it shouldn't. They won't put it up the pole for the very same reason it shouldn't be in the window or on their cars. They took it off their cars as well. Thank God for Wooby, right? So moving forward here. What did I do? Okay, there it is. So here we go again. Let me put this back in here and put this back in play so you guys can see it. There's your law. It's a Michigan law as well as in the USC. And now, as far as me and you, private individuals that were born in this country that have a social security number or otherwise that has been living in this country, that's been paying taxes, you have freedom of expression, you have freedom of speech. You can wipe your butt with that flag and burn it if you want to. I don't see why anybody would, but there are people out there that do. So, and that is their right to do so. It's not in their rights because they don't have rights, they have duties. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on. So as he cop-splained him, I want you guys to watch as I move for another bite to put him in a position and give him a way out of this situation that they've created with the public. See that defensive behavior right there? He's crossing his arms. He knows I'm about to talk.
I just appreciate what that flag is. Like I said, if you guys want to use a bad line over it,
right away, when I walked up to respectfully engage, I didn't spell that right, sorry, and he crossed his arms and shows his disdain for the public and disses me, okay? So watch this.
Like that. Anything that doesn't deface the American flag.
Well, you understand that's not to deface it. There's no ill intent for it.
It doesn't matter. Did it say that in the law? Did it say as long as you don't have ill intent when you're in service, you could display that? It says in any fashion or form in three different, it is broke down in three different specific paragraphs to where it would debunk every word he says. Now, do any of us plan on getting caught if we're get high as heck and we've been drinking all day to get behind the wheel and go home that's a half mile down the street? Did we have the intent to get caught? Do we mean to break the law? Of course not, but we do. And that's when we get busted. We can't do that. So now when it comes to this type of behavior that's not being shown and that is not being upheld, now they're committing a misdemeanor in front of us and they're saying rules for thee and not for me. Okay?
Well, but it's a symbol. So
listen to what I say right here. With all due respect.
So the symbols take on a life of their
own. And there's been symbols throughout history that have taken on, there's certain symbols that now represent the crimes that were initially peace symbols throughout history. So the symbols can take a life on their own. So there's no intent with that.
Sergeant, with all due respect, there is a law in the books.
Okay. So
U.S.
Anyways, I'm talking to you now.
Did you hear what he just said? I just caught on to that. I'm talking to you, not a dummy. I believe that's what he just said. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. So he is totally, I should have wrote him up for that. And I did.
Talking to you now. That's what really about.
See, this is the.
All right. So now I start cussing him out. I don't want to, I cuss him out and I'm not going to replay that again. If you guys want to go see it, you can. So after I tell him this is the MFer that wants respect and they do the walk of shame. Okay. I'm not happy with that display of behavior, to be honest with you, because I don't want to be that way. Before I die and before I leave this earth, I want to bridge a gap with the community, and I'm going to show you change. So I'm going to mute the rest of this, and I'm telling these guys, you see, you guys can't get no respect out of us because you just lied to the guy. You're committing a crime when you do it, and you know it. And the only reason why you're getting away with it because there's a bunch of white people that live in the Downriver area that doesn't want the Black Lives Matters in their face to be thrown in their face in the manner it is, and that is why you have that flag in the fallout of Black Lives Matters, and you put that there. Okay, you put that there for the for the fallout of BLM to say Blue Lives Matters too. So it becomes a racial issue. That is why this flag must be taken off these cars, because all it does is stir up more crap. I did get that taken down. I did make change. Okay, I made change with this issue. All right, I came back and redressed, and in redress, we did put some paperwork down on them that day, and it did work. And I'm going to show you. Stand by. So, because a lot of people don't know, they just don't know, guys. I can't help the fact that there are people out here that think that that this is okay behavior from a law enforcement officer that is breaking the law. It's not my fault that they don't understand what they're doing. So when they act in this manner, I came back to redress. I am there. So I brought back another guy that works for the Navy and public tour. So we got, in this video, we have public tour and Michigan 360. That was an actual police officer. He was a sheriff. And on top of that, he is he was a military police. And he took 2 oaths, ladies and gentlemen, 2 oaths. All right. So we're back, and we're back to redress in this manner. And as we recognized that these guys literally took down that sign, guys. It was taken down that day. So I'm going to show you what we were there to do that day. So because they took that down, we were going to go inside and say, hey, thanks for taking that down. The community appreciates that very much. Thank you for taking this stuff off your cars. Thank you for taking it out of your, so the public can't see this, because this is, you represent the public. You don't represent yourself. And thank you. And that's what we wanted to do. So as we're there to do so, this is what happens. All right. So here we go. I'll put this up. So this is public tour and Michigan 360.
Sorry for me. Yeah, I know, because I'm a smoker. So, it is what it is.
So I went to the signage. It's still the same. These are all traffic signs. It has nothing to do with pedestrians. So moving forward, I see right here, I notice how this Detective Sergeant Pizzetti exits her car to give me an unlawful directive. Stay tuned.
Seeing what they're doing. On our property back here.
Hey, what's going on?
Doing what we do,
Sir, this is a restricted area.
No, it ain't.
How you doing?
Quit lying to me. Quit lying to me. I don't care what it says, because you don't know what you're talking about, as usual. But at least you said, sir. You want me to educate you?
See how I gave her a way out right there? Do you guys see it? I gave her a way out. She's dealing with somebody in the community. I'm not committing a crime. I'm not about to commit a crime, nor have I committed a crime in the past. So she has no reasonable or articulable suspicion to even talk to me with any type of authority right now. If anybody has the authority, it's me. And I assert my authority right here.
Sir, I'm showing you it's police vehicles only. There's a gate right here.
Really?
And the sign's right here.
Really? Hey, ma'am, come here. You work for me. I don't work for you. You do what you're told, because you're sitting here trying to give me an unlawful order, and you don't know what you're talking about. Watch this. You don't know what you're talking about.
And there's a sign right here.
I don't care.
That's for vehicles.
Ma'am, am I a vehicle? Oh, you just got educated. Bam. Now go do your thing.
Now, instead of admitting her error, the trooper doubles down on her unlawful behavior and continues to stay in color of law. That means she is violating my civil rights by gathering information that she thinks that I am committing a crime when I'm not. So we all know that I didn't commit the crime. Okay. So she takes it inside. All right. And she gets, oh boy, to double down on her stupidity. So what I found out later, and which I'm going to just tell you right now, is that they were angry that the uppers made them take that blue line flag down. They got really, really upset. So now they got to take it out on the guy that you're looking at right now and try to criminalize my behavior and try to get me and gaslight me and to break the law. Okay? That's what happened here when she committed prior restraint and the rest of it. Let me see what's going on here. Angel, welcome. I see you in there. Corruption is real. What's going on? Thank you for being here. Can I bet the legs are hurting us? Okay. All right. Gloria, we have to stop. Anyway, so I'm gonna keep playing the video.
Because you know what? You people here disgust me. I've been here 5 times, and I'm going to expose your tyranny. Because what you do is you give people unlawful orders, and you're arbitrary to the law. And you guys are, you'll call.
You see that? She's making a phone call because she refuses to back down. She refuses to back down. So here we go.
Call the damn Marines. They'll take you away.
You know, so I was being sarcastic with her because she's making a phone call because she's butthurt. And now we try to get her to ID.
But all butthurt. Keep walking. Do that walk of shame.
So let's speed this up a little bit.
Hey, you know what? You got a cracked windshield. Are you an officer? Hey, that's a cracked windshield.
You see that? She's above the law, ladies and gentlemen. She just got out of a vehicle that she was driving illegally because she has a cracked windshield. It seems like these people are allowed to do anything they want to do. I wonder why. Wonder why that is, guys. Hey, what's going on, Dutchman? How you doing, bud? Welcome to the stream. So why is she acting that way? Because she got butthurt. She's literally a law enforcement officer, right? She's a law enforcement officer that doesn't know how to back down. She doesn't know how to de-escalate. And she doesn't know how to say when she's wrong. I apologize, sir. You know what? My name is so-and-so, and now that I understand that, I guess we're going to have to update our stuff and make this a restricted area. In the meantime, have a good day and, you know, do what they usually do and give us other directives. And I would have said, you know, don't eat yellow snow, don't kick your dog, and blah, 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 right?
Right there. Oh, that's a vehicle code violation. Oh, you're above the law, right? Came back. Came back. Hey, are you an officer? You need to identify. Hey, you should identify, ma'am. Are you an officer?
Police vehicles only back here.
You better be a police officer or you're impersonating a cop.
So as right. You see,
that's right.
As you see this ex-police officer right here, all right? This ex-sheriff, this person that has taken 2 oaths is trying to get her to identify as well.
Run that, you won't get me.
The trooper, Ponzetti, violates section 4-9 and unlawfully runs me through the lien system to violate my 4th Amendment. And I was talking about anonymity, because why else get my information, right? Why get my information if I didn't commit a crime? That is what led her to get that lawfully parked truck right there and tried to get information on it.
She's butthurt. She's butthurt. Look at her. What you're doing is illegal. You're butthurt. You're not allowed to run me through David. You're not.
I thought it was David that they used, but they used the lien. My fault, guys.
Allowed to run me through David because I didn't do anything wrong. If you run me through tape.
All right, so I did say lean or the lean network. Okay, so I wasn't sure what network they are, so I'm breaking it down to her. Now I go over here. Look, I'm gonna fast forward this. They took, you see that they took that down. We were there that day to literally tell them that they did a good job by taking that down, but they were obviously not happy with that because they said, "Oh, this guy got his way." And our uppers are making us do it because we're wrong and we're not allowed to be wrong. I can't do this. Blah, 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 right? You see what I'm saying? All that to do this, guys. So they make an ass out of themselves, right? Watch this. I walk in and I'm on my way in there to talk to somebody in command to let them know what our intentions was again. Take a listen. Look, I'm met with this. I'm already met with prior restraint. I'm met with blocking my ingress, okay, to a lobby that is open to the public that is from 8 to 4 from 8 to 4 p.m. they are open to the public. And watch what he does here.
How you doing?
Watch what he does here. Let's see. They really great supporters of multi-channels have much of this. Cool. Great to see you. Will be. Hey, good seeing you too, Angel. Let's see if anybody else is coming in. You guys are reading this back and forth. I just want to stick to the narrative because we're in a. I'm already an hour 7 minutes into this. And I want to break this down the way it should have been broke down. And I've been stopped for a long time to do that, you know? So here we go. This is the first time I met Sergeant Fell, all right? You will see this interaction I have with him. And then the next time I go in to re-audit him, you will see the difference because I put paperwork down on him and his whole attitude has changed.
Oh, what can I do for you?
You want to give me your name and badge? Why are you stepping up on me like that?
Do you have police business?
Yeah, I do.
What do you need? You need a copy of a report?
Right now, you need to de-escalate.
Now you see her, she's in plain view. She knows what she did. She knows that they can't do that. And all they did was cover up her actions. That's all they did. And they got away, she got away with not identifying, and she broke her code of conduct that's connected to her oath of office.
Right now.
Sir, what do you need?
De-escalate. Get up off me. Give me 6 feet. You see that?
Do you need
You see that? That's 6 feet. Now give me.
a copy of a police report?
What I need you to do is give me 6 feet.
No, if you don't have any police business?
I do have police business.
What is it?
I have police business.
What is it?
That's not true anyways.
What's your business?
That's not true.
Do you need to verify?
I need to
Yeah, I need to verify. Listen to what I say.
get her name and badge number.
Right there, this is a sergeant, and he knows he's supposed to identify. And he ignores it like I didn't have police business.
Because she just gave me an unlawful order.
Our business is filming in a public library.
Yeah, that's fine, but if you don't need a copy.
So we all know that my camera is the First Amendment, and it is my business. So the Supreme Court has already ruled that the First Amendment is our business, and that is our purpose for being there.
Report or file a report. You have no police.
Are you stopping my egress? I'm not exiting because I don't need to.
Okay.
I don't need to.
Remember if you have police business or not.
You see, now if you're locking that door, that's a fire hazard.
You're denying services.
Okay, you see that, guys? Now I need.
So he pulled that out of my hand, so I start telling him to unlock the door, right? Later on, he hits me with the door, right? And he continues to give other people access. So I'm just going through this real quick just to show you what I went through, all right? I'm going to show you what I went through because there are people going in and out of here. I'm just going to show you the first person so you know that he violated the Michigan Constitution when he allowed these people in here and didn't allow me into my public building. And he assaulted me, all right, right here. So let's watch this real quick, all right?
Yeah.
Article 1, subsection 2.
Yeah, we're here for. See that? They're denying him service right now. Look.
Hey,
Oh, wait, maybe. Uh-oh. Let's see how they treat this guy.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and let him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, keep violating the Constitution.
Hey, what's your name and badge number? What's your name and
See that? He does an ID. All right. So I'm going to get off of this one. All right. I want you guys to understand. I want the average person that is law abiding, that doesn't understand a lot of what's happening with the auditing community and why we're doing what we're doing. Okay. I want you to understand that we're doing everything we can that to educate these people without using violence or without, responding in kind, because he assaulted me with the door that day. You know what I'm saying? So if we go back and now we see what's going on. All right, here, let me take you to this, and you'll see in this one right here, you will see that it's a very short video. This one is, and you'll see, because we put the paperwork on him, his attitude is totally changed. All right. So let's show it. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is for the average person that doesn't understand. I know there's other people that are going, imagine this being your job. Yeah, gotcha. Check it out, guys. This is just recently. I went back up in there. It's 3 weeks ago, and you see it. Compared to the other one where there's thousands of views, I only got like 85 likes on this and 700 views. This should be up in the thousands. I guess they don't like the change that I made. So I'm going to share it with the people again and my subscribers and put it in. Maybe I'm going to start using the members only zone, because people don't appreciate my work. Some people don't. I'm starting to feel like some people don't appreciate my work. I'm not James Freeman. I'm not Samwan Hakeem. I'm not a person of color. So maybe that my issues don't matter to them. I don't know. I don't know what it is. And YouTube keeps shadow banning me. So I got to start making videos without all that cussing and stuff. So
is it locked? Yeah, that's not locked.
See that?
It's not locked.
There's Sergeant Fell. Okay. And there's the girl that was in there last time.
Let's check out some of our.
Yeah, let's go straight to the conversation that we end up in, because all I'm doing is recording all the stuff that they have, like I wanted to do last time, and then give them a thumbs up for getting rid of that disgusting, nasty, very nasty, disgusting flag that is desecration to the United States flag and to Michigan law.
Might be some good 501c3s in there I'll donate to. You guys always should donate, man, if you can. So a lot of people need help.
Yeah, I know. I think you're right.
I'm assuming that
I'm gonna do them. If I feel better, I'll start.
The main dude.
Now listen to the response.
Badge number. Okay, and then Michigan State Police.
That's their mission. The Michigan Department of State Police shall provide leadership, coordination, and deliver of the law enforcement and support services in order to preserve and protect and defend the people, property, and while respecting the rights and dignity of all persons. Did you guys see them do that on the first 3 videos that I made of them? No. And that is what I was trying to show you guys. That was a complete lie. This time they actually did it.
A proud
That's because I put a bunch of paperwork on them.
tradition of service through excellence, integrity, and courtesy. Interesting. Wonder why they didn't do that last time I was here. See how this goes, Sergeant Phil? What's going on, buddy?
You hear him? Now he's calling me sir. Before he was using the door. He was freaking. He assaulted me with the door several times. He denied me access to my building. He was calling people out their name and all kinds of stuff that happened. And his whole attitude and demeanor changed. You know? So don't tell me that I'm not making change because I did.
Pretty good, man. Just trying to stay good, stay nice, and be cooperative and be a good steward in society. How about you? Cool. I'm good right now, but thanks for asking. Renew CPL. So you guys wanted to renew your CPL. That's how you do it. If you're not aware of it, www.michigan.gov. So that's the that runs concurrent with that law 780.972.973. Stand your right, stand your ground law. Of course, y'all know what the conference room is. And since I have looked at everything in here. Okay, officers, you have a great day. See how easy that was? They just would have did that the first time. See, that's where we make change. Change being made. I mean, the allocutions of putting.
Okay, so they put that fence up in my name. Okay, I gotta say that was crazy for allocating funds. That was very, very disrespectful and very costly. It was just under $40,000 for a guy with a camera with one arm. Okay, so that's how butthurt they got. So if you people that support your police really think that was necessary, okay, but I don't think it was necessary at all, because the show of force that they were using with all them police officers giving me unlawful orders, all them police officers was getting paid on the clock, all right, not to give me unlawful orders and harass me. They were harassing me because the law don't exist. It still don't. There's still actually, it was open to the public. It was butted up to Royal Park, and right behind there where the grass starts, just 5 feet away from that was a path, and another 5 feet away from that was a baseball diamond where people played softball every year. Nobody gave a damn then. Why do they care now? Oh, because an auditor came by / constitutional journalist and held them accountable, and they didn't like that. Okay, so this is the response that they gave me until I put the paperwork down on them. Now they respect me. Anyways, guys, I don't know what's going on inside the 1A community anymore. I'm really going to start separating myself from them, because I don't see what it is that they all protect each other in some cases, and they got all these subscribers, but I'm making change. I'm doing what's right, and I'm putting up videos of good interactions with police officers, but they won't do it. Why? Because they're focused on the hate. And that you're not going to see from my channel no more. I'm not going to be cussing people out. I'm going to try my best not to do that no more. I want to make change, and I have to change a little bit too. Since I'm making this change, I need to kind of simmer my attitude down a little bit as well, as I do, but I'm not going to let them get away with it, and I'm going to not use these words that are filler. I'm just going to use more law to replace those filler words. And I think it does us a lot more. It's a lot more legitimate. Thank you very much, Gloria AD. To read what Gloria AD is putting in there, she says Wolverine does good work, and I thank him for everything he does. Man, I appreciate that. I wish everybody felt like you. You don't believe the kickback that I get from these people out here that are trying to make money off of me. You know what I'm saying? Putting out videos of me when they know they were making fun of my handicap, when you know they were talking about how heavy I breathed and a fat guy with an iPhone. That came from that dude that did that video before he even did that. So they were asking me questions, and they were all there on another bootlicker's channel that is posing to be a freaking auditor, and he's not even an auditor. He don't even do audits, and if he does, they're weak as hell. They have nothing. So you guys sit there and you think about whatever it is that you think that you're entitled to your opinion, but I think I've proved what I've done and the change that I've made in several different areas. And I'm telling you, you uh, uh, the support out here is really weird, and YouTube is being weird. So I have different issues happening, and I don't want. If you hate the cops that bad, just go ahead and unsubscribe to me, because I'm going to let them shine when they shine. Do you understand that? I am not anti-cop, and for those bad cops, don't think for 1 minute just because I'm acting a little bit more appropriate that I won't come bite that ass. When you consider disrespecting me, showing a sign of force, trying to intimidate me, using prior restraint, getting in my camera to make yourself YouTube famous as you do the walk of shame every time, because I will own you that way. I will ostracize that behavior. I will not let that go because you're unlawful. You are not correct, and you need to change your behavior because you serve me. I don't serve you. You're the one that signed the code of conduct, not me. And I know there's a lot of good cops out there. And if I was you, I would start making statements that would change. Even the Taylor police right now, you need to go to some of them cops that had bad interactions with me, and you need to show them some of the things when I was over there on Pennsylvania Road, and Sergeant Cox and Andrew Borg literally violated my rights, held my vehicle when they had no reason to, and when the sergeant decided to leave, oh boy puts up and he gets in my way until I honk the horn at him for like 5 minutes to get out of my way. Not once did I cuss him out. Not once did I cuss him out in that video. You know, when I started being disrespectful back to Officer Borg is when he doxed me. And he knew he was doxing me because he got that information off the lean screen. He literally got my plate, ran my plate. It came up with my wife and ran everybody in there, and then admitted it on a live stream that I'm looking at a picture of you right now. It is you. And I said it wasn't me, because I got him to admit that he was looking on the lean screen. So when you are on a live speaker saying that is you, your name is blah, 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 and your date of birth is blah, 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 and I see a picture of you, you just doxed me, because that information is not supposed to be shared with the community, and I got you. And I'll see you in court, sir. No matter what Taylor does, your butt is in a sling on that, and I can collect punitive damages on your thing. And I think this is why I only have 13 people in here when I usually have 60 or 90 or 100. So maybe your damage and what you did when you doxed me caused me problems. I also have been getting threats. I've been having emotional problems. I can show you in my blood results how it's affecting me. And trust me, you're in trouble, Officer Borg. And if I was you, I would stop lying, because we're going to impeach your testimony. When you lied, you took an oath. And so when you put that down there in 257 744A, it tells you that you cannot falsely or materially put down false information on a citation. You did it twice. You're in trouble, sir. Now, I don't have to cuss you out anymore. I don't have to get up in your face anymore and put my life in danger as you were. The camera also shows you turning that thing and aiming it at my head. That might be some of my problems that I'm feeling. You might be, you, my friend. I never stood in front of you trying to block you or what. I redressed your behavior and your mannerism, as I said in the beginning of that video. It's not what they're doing, it's the mannerisms and how they're doing it. You were in error. You broke 4 CIs, and the 5th one was the 750.245 desecration of flag that was on that vehicle. Now, I'm going to end this live stream. If anybody has any questions or anything, you're more than welcome to ask them, and I will answer them to the best of my abilities. And I appreciate every one of you. And remember to hit that like button and support in any which way you can, please. How about each time you swear you put $1 in a jar? You know what? I can probably do that, because I made a new commitment today, man. I've been going back to church and doing my thing, and just because people, I'm not trying to put my religion on anybody. I'm not trying to throw my belief system on you when it comes to my God or the person that I serve, because that's what you do. But I am going to start my other channel called The Great I Am. Those of you, Jonathan, will you put that in there and get people to subscribe to that? Because I will be doing Bible studies on that, and we already have people that are going to join from other places as well. I am going through a lot of issues right now, ladies and gentlemen, and I am not safe. I am not out of the hot zone because of my blood work that I got. It's say a prayer for me and pray to God that everything works out, and that things can come to light, and ask God to switch this situation around to where I could be an example to the Taylor police, like I was with these Michigan State police officers, and got change. That is what I want out of you, Chief Blair. That is what I want out of you, Sergeant Cox. That is what I want out of you, Andrew Burwark. I want you guys to change your attitudes and the way you look at cameras and people holding them. I want you to pay attention to the law. You only have detention when you detain somebody. If you stop me from leaving, that is all. They call that an illegal detention, and they also call it a detention on arrest. It's the same thing. That's what the Supreme Court said. I didn't say it. The Supreme Court did. If you don't believe me, you do your homework. If you want me to educate you, why don't you come by sometime and say, hey, why don't you come up to the station and tell us what you know? And I'll just come, bro. I got paperwork this thick that you guys gave me in your own code of conduct. It's not even the 14 pages. I'm talking about what Adam gave me that was that thick that you wrote your code of conduct on. So you guys already know all this. You guys have de-escalation skills. You have all the training. You have the manuals, and there's pictures that I have of your offices with all those impartations, with all the training manuals in there. So you guys know better. You know better. There's no excuse for this behavior. Let's see. Good evening, over. Hey, Brandon Mitchell, how you doing, bud? Hey, you guys. As far as my, I'm just learning. As far as my membership, I still gotta set that stuff up correctly, and I still gotta do it. But I'm gonna start leaving some of these videos to members only, and I'm gonna go through that tonight. Some of them. Tax Rose, how you doing? Prayers over me. I appreciate that. I really need it. Let's see. Help Wolverine, guys. Show your support and pray for better days to help him. Thank you very much. The prayers are good enough. Thank you. That is awesome of you, Scrubzilla. I really appreciate that. It is still active. I can't find it. Let's see. What you talking about? Real change starts from within. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So is that anything important, Jonathan? You said it was still active. Wolverine, you got my number if you need me. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all y'all. My wife has been extra good to me the last few days, and just know that I'm trying to get rest, and that's why I haven't been out. But I do plan on going out and getting some content tomorrow because I really do want to try to make change, and I want Taylor to come to par. I want them to be the good police officers they had intentions to be back in the day, and I don't want them to show that the north end of a southbound mule every time I talk about the law that applies to them that Chief Blair says it doesn't. He's not being honest with himself. He's lying to himself, and he's lying to me, to my face, and I can't let him get away with that. I'm not going to. Neither is the Sixth Circuit. It's just all I got to do is put it in front of a federal judge, and he'll make his decision based upon his code of conduct and following the law in his oath, because it's still a law for them. They're in service. While they're in service, remember, they have duties, not rights. That's just a flat out fact. Guys, I love you all. Take care. I'm back quiet reading the mail. Hit that like button. Bye-bye.